Hi guys, glad you could make it back. Thanks once again for joining me in the shack. My name's Rav, and in this video we're going to be having a look at from this tool along. In the previous video we spoke quite in depth about these tools. In this video we're going to sort of speak a little bit about these. So let's get on. The first tool we're going to look at is basically a tool which a lot of established wood turners have in their tool collection. The 3-point tool can be quite a handy tool, used for obvious V cuts, can be used for shear scraping. It's quite a handy tool. Personally, I found a better tool than this in most circumstances. Now this is Robert's Sorby tool, as you can see, which I'm a big fan of, but I actually prefer this tool, which is actually made by Crown, which I'm not a big fan of. But this tool I actually really like. This is their play, it's their interpretation of the 3-point tool. Now the 3-point tool is usually bar, round bar. This is made from square bar, square stock. And what they've done is they've ground it from corner to corner, which number one makes it very easy to sharpen. Hope you can see that. I hope it's focusing. Makes it very easy to sharpen, and number two, because it's ground from corner to corner, it creates an extremely sharp point, okay? For making V cuts, it's almost as sharp as the tool that I've just shown you on the previous video as an accessory to the turning elf. This thing's wickedly sharp. Well, this tool is not too far behind it. Again, it can be used for all sorts of different jobs. Obvious V cuts. It can be used as a shear scraper with caution, obviously. You've got to watch that point. It can use it for a lot of different things. So it's actually one of Crown's tools that I do actually like. Very easy to sharpen for obvious reasons. Right, the next ones is these. Basically these are a lazy man's bead cutters. Now when I first got wood turning I used these a lot because I didn't know how to turn beads properly. Now I only use them for decoration as such. Because I've got more proficient at flicking beads with a parting tool or a spindle gouge, I find myself not using these too much. But they can be used for decoration. Okay? You use one of these and make a bead next to a bead, next to a bead, next to a bead, next to a bead, and there's some decoration, They come in various sizes. I think this will be 1/4 of an inch, I think. And I think this one is 1/8 of an inch. That one was a Crown tool. This one's a Henry Taylor. That's a 1/8. Right, the next one to it is Robert Sorby's interpretation of a bead cutter, except instead of cutting the whole bead in the centre like that, they've actually put the point in the centre and it cuts 2 half beads. Okay, you then use it, you cut half a bead and then half a bead. But if you plunge this into the wood with care, obviously, if you plunge it in too hard it'll just rip the grain out. But if you're careful with it, you plunge it in, plunge it in, plunge it in, plunge it in, you can get some really interesting decoration on wood. One thing they are very good at is for making the gripping area on tool handles. You know, you would have loads of beads along, makes it a nice grippy area. Yeah, so it's a handy tool. By the way, that was just me. When you heard me say yes, that was my father knocking on the door to let me know that supper's ready. So this video won't last much longer. Right, it comes with various sizes. This one's 1/2 inch, and this is 1/4 of an inch. Basically, same thing but smaller. Handy little tools. Even if you know how to competently turn beads with a parting tool or a spindle gouge, these are handy gadgets still to have. Right, next up we've got this, which is a captured ring tool. When I bought this, I thought it would be a great tool. You know, the one tool lets me turn both halves of the captured ring. In practice, no, I'm not happy with it at all. You turn one half, you've then to go find the Allen key, unscrew it, hope you don't lose that in the shavings that's on your floor. You then to turn it over, screw it back in, hopefully you don't lose it while you're screwing it back in into the shavings, and then you set off again. It interrupts your turning. It seemed like such a good idea, but really you'd be better off with two, you know, a left and a right captured ring tool. You know, you turn the left one, put that down, grab the right one, turn that. This you've got to start undoing cutters and swapping them over. It just interrupts the turning process. Right, and lastly we have this, which most of you will be familiar with, the chatter tool. A tool which I'm not very good with. For some reason I just don't seem to be able to get the best out of this tool. I don't know why. I've tried all different techniques and whatnot, just can't seem to get it to work. This one was made by Robert Sorby. Comes with two cutters. There's a straight edge, a V cutter. There's another one that fits in that comes with it that's got a cove cutter and a bead cutter. I just can't get it to work properly, and I hate the noise these things make. That high-pitched squeal sounds like a cat being run over by a car, or a pig being attacked by a pack of dogs. It just sounds terrible, but I just can't get it to work. I go and watch the videos at Robert Sorby's website, and they do, you know, it works fine for them. Me, I try it, and it never seems to work as good. So, right, we'll end that here then, guys. I want to give a shout out to a young man, well, I think he's a young man, called Mark, M-A-R-C. I forgot his second name. I do apologise, Mark, but he is one of the few viewers that's actually left comments in the comments section. So, Mark, I appreciate that, mate. You get a shout out for that. It's very, very good feeling to me when I know somebody's actually watching and asking questions. That's what the comments are there for, you know. Brilliant, Mark. I do appreciate that, mate. Big thumbs up to you. Right, guys, I'll get off. I'll end it there. Do appreciate you watching, and I hope you'll stay with me and watch some of my other videos. As I say, I will make videos regarding these two tools as well for you, showing you how they work in the near future. Right, I'll get off, guys. I'll catch you later. And Mark, thanks again, mate. Do appreciate it. Take care, guys. Bye bye now.